All right, let's get it. Isaiah 26. It says, listen to them sing. In that day, the whole land of Judah will sing this song. Our city is strong. We are surrounded by the walls of his salvation. Open the gates to everyone. To who? To everyone. For all may enter in who love the Most High. He will keep in perfect peace all those who trust in him. All those who trust in him, whose thoughts turn often to the Most High. Trust in the Lord of spirits, the Most High power, always. For in the Most High, Ahia, is your everlasting strength, your everlasting power. He humbles the proud and brings the haughty, the high cities to the dust. Its walls, its protection, come crashing down. He presents it to the poor and needy for their use. But for good men, the path, the way, the direction is not uphill and rough. It's not hard and rough. The Most High does not give them a rough and treacherous path, way, but smooths the road before them, the way. O Most High, Ancient of Days, Lord of Spirits, we love to do your will, the Israelites do. Our hearts, our minds, our spirits' desire is to glorify your name, Ahia. All night long I search for you. Earnestly I seek for the Most High. For only when you come in judgment, for only when you come in judgment on the earth, the world, the land, to punish it, will people turn away from wickedness. So only when you come in judgment, when he comes in judgment on the earth to punish it, that's the only time when people will turn away from what? From wickedness and do what is right. Your kindness to the wicked, does it make them good? Not at all. They keep on doing wrong and take no notice of your majesty, your greatness. They do not listen. They do not hear. They don't hearken. Shammai, when you threaten. They will not look to see your upraised fist. Show them how much you love your people. Perhaps then they will be ashamed, disappointed. Yes, let them be burnt up by the fire reserved for your enemies. Lord, Most High, Ancient of Days, grant us peace, for all we have and are has come from you. O Most High, our power, once we worshiped other powers, but now we worship you alone. Those we served before are dead and gone. Never again will they return. You came against them and destroyed them, and they are long forgotten. Oh, praise the Most High. Praise Ahiah. He has made our nation, our people, very great. Many. He has renewed the boundaries of our land. Most High, in their distress, they sought for you. They looked for you. When your punishment was on them, they poured out a whispered prayer. How we missed your presence, O Most High. We suffered as a woman giving birth, who cries and withers in pain We too have withered in agony, but all to no avail, no victory, no deliverance has come from all our efforts, our actions. Yet we have this assurance: those who belong to the Most High, the highest, shall live again, and their bodies will rise again. Those who live in the dust shall awake and sing for joy, happiness. For the Most High's light of life will fall like dew upon them. All right. And now it says, go home, my people, lock the doors, hide for a little while until the Most High's wrath against your enemies has passed. Look, the Most High is coming from the heavens, from the what? The heavens, the sky, to punish the people of the earth for their sins. For their what? For their sins. The earth will no longer hide the murderers. The guilty will be found. Praise the Most High. Now, I'm in the book of Jubilees. I'm in chapter 31. And I'll quickly read this blessing of Levi and Jacob. Levi and Judah real quick. Let me read it real quick. I'm gonna just read it right here. And the darkness left the eyes of Isaac, and he saw the two sons of Jacob, Levi and Judah, and he said, are these sons my son? For they are like you. And he said, and they came near to him, and he turned and kissed them and embraced them. He hugged them both together, and the spirit of prophecy came down into his mouth. And he took Levi by his right hand and Judah by his left. And he turned to Levi first and began to bless him first, and said unto him, may the Most High of all, the very Lord of all the ages, bless you and your children throughout all the ages. And may the Most High give you and your children greatness and great glory, and cause you and your children from among all flesh to approach him to serve in his sanctuary, as the angels of the presence and as the holy ones, even as they will the seed of your sons be for glory and greatness and holiness, and may he make them great unto all ages. And they shall be judges and princes and chiefs of all the seed, the children of the sons of Jacob, Israel. They shall speak the word of the Most High in righteousness, and they shall judge all his judgments in righteousness, and they shall declare my ways to Jacob, Israel, and my paths to Israel. The blessing of the Most High shall be given in their mouths, to bless all the children and seed of the beloved, the Israelites. Your mother has called your name Levi, and justly has she called your name. You shall be joined to the Most High, and be the companion of all the sons of Jacob. Let his table be yours, and do you and your sons eat of his table. And may your table be full unto all generations, and your food fail not unto all the ages. And let all who hate you fall down before you, and let all your adversaries, your enemies, be rooted out and die. And blessed be he that bless you, Levi, and cursed be every nation that curse you, Levi. And to you and to Judah, he said, may the Most High give you strength and power to tread down all that hate you, Israel. A prince shall you be, you and one of your sons over the sons of Israel. May your name and the name of your sons go out and traverse every land, travel every land and region. Then shall the Gentiles fear before your face, and all the nations, the people shall quake. They're gonna shake, tremble, and all the people shall shake or quake and tremble. And you, Judah, shall be the help of Jacob, Israel, and in you be found the salvation of Israel. And when you sitteth on the throne of honor of your righteousness, there will be a great peace for all the seed, the children of the sons of the beloved, the Most High. Blessed be he that blesseth you, Judah, and all that hate you and afflict you and curse you shall be rooted out and destroyed from the earth, the world, the land, and be accursed. And turning, he kissed him again and embraced him and laughed greatly, for he had seen the sons of Jacob, his son, in very truth. All right. Now and he went out from between his feet and fell down and bowed down to him, and he blessed them and rested there with Isaac his father that night, and they eat and drank, and they were happy. And he made the two sons of Jacob sleep, and the one on his right hand and the other on his left, and it was counted to him for righteousness. And Jacob told his father everything during the night, how the Most High had showed him great mercy, and how he had prospered him in all his ways, and protected him from all evil. And Isaac blessed the Most High, the Ancient of Days, of his father Abraham, who had not withdrawn his mercy and his righteousness from the sons of his servant Isaac. And in the morning Jacob told his father Isaac the vow which he had vowed to the Most High, and the vision which he had seen, and that he had built an altar, and that everything was ready for the sacrifice to be made before the Most High, as he had promised, and that he had come to set him on an ass. And Isaac said unto Jacob his son, I am not able to go with you, for I am old and not able to bear the way. Go, my son, in peace, for I am 165 years this day. I am no longer able to journey. Set your mother on the ass. All right, on the ass. And Isaac, um, wait a minute. And Isaac said unto Jacob his son, I am not able to go with you on this journey. Set your mother on an ass and let her go with you. And I know, my son, that you have come on my account. And may this day be blessed on which you have seen me alive, and I also have seen you, my son. May you prosper and fulfill the vow which you vowed, and put not off to do it. And may he be pleased who has made all things, to whom you have vowed the vow. And he said to Rebekah, Go with Jacob, my son. And Rebekah went with Jacob, her son, and Deborah with her. And they came to Bethel. And Jacob remembered the prayer with which his father had blessed him and his two sons, Levi and Judah, and laughed and blessed the Most High, his fathers Abraham and Isaac. And he said, Now I know that I have an eternal hope, and my sons also before the God of all. And this is ordained concerning the two. And they recorded it as an eternal testimony unto them on the heavenly tablets, how Isaac blessed them. All right. And the most blessed them. And he abode that night at Bethel, and Levi dreamed that he had ordained and made him the priest of the Most High God, him and his sons forever. And he awoke from his sleep and blessed. the Most High. And Jacob rose early in the morning on the 14th of this month, and gave a tithe of all that came with him, both of men and cattle, both of gold and every vessel and garment. Yea, he gave tithes of all. And in those days Rachel became pregnant with her son Benjamin. And Jacob counted his sons from him upwards, and Levi fell to the portion of the Most High, and his father clothed him in garments and of the priesthood, and filled his hands. And on the 15th of this month, the seventh month, he brought to the altar 14 oxen from amongst the cattle, and 28 rams, and 49 sheep, and 7 lambs, and 21 kids of goats, and burnt offering on the altar of sacrifice, well pleasing for a sweet savor before the Ancient of Days, the Most High. This was his offering in consequence of the vow which he had vowed, that he would give a tenth with their fruit offerings and their drink offerings. And when the fire had consumed it, he burnt incense on the fire over the fire, and for a thank offering, two oxen, and 4 rams, and 4 sheep, and 4 he-goats, and 2 sheep of a year old, and 2 kids of goats. And this he did daily for 7 days. For 7 days, Feast of Tabernacles. And he and all his sons and his men were eating this with joy there during 7 days, and blessing and thanking the Most High, who had delivered him out of all his tribulation, and had given him his vow. And he tithed all the clean animals, and made a burnt sacrifice. But the unclean animals he gave not to Levi his son, and he gave him all the souls of the men. Levi discharged the priestly office at Bethel before Jacob, his father, in the presence to his 10 brothers, and he was a priest there. And Jacob gave his vow. This he tithed again, the tithe to the Most High, and sanctified it, and it became holy unto him. And for this reason it is ordained, it's a law, on the heavenly tablets as a law, for the tithing again, the tithe to eat before the Most High from year to year, in the place where it is chosen, that his name shall dwell, and to this law there is no limit of days forever. This ordinance is written, that it may be fulfilled from year to year, in eating the second tithe before the Lord in the place where it has been chosen. And nothing shall remain over from it from this year to the year following. For in its year shall the seed be eaten till the days of the gathering of the seed, the children of the year, and the wine till the days of the wine, and the oil to the days of its season, and all that is left of it and becomes old, let it be regarded as polluted. Let it be burnt with fire, for it is unclean. And now let them eat it together in the sanctuary, and let them not suffer it to become old. And all the tithes of the oxen and the sheep shall be holy unto the Most High, and shall belong to his priests, which they will eat before him from year to year. For now this is ordained and engraved regarding the tithe on the heavenly tablets. And on the following night, on the 22nd day of this month, Jacob resolved to build that place, and to surround the court with a wall, and to sanctify it and make it holy forever for himself and his children after him. And the Most High appeared to him by night, and blessed him, and said unto him, Your name shall not be called Jacob, but Israel, and shall they name your name. And he said unto him again, I am Ahia, who created the heaven and the earth, and I will increase you and multiply you exceedingly. And kings shall come out from you, and they shall judge everywhere, wherever the foot of the sons of men is trodden. And I will give your seed all the earth which is under heaven, of the whole earth, and inherit it forever. And he finished speaking with him, and he went up from him. And Jacob looked till he had risen into heaven, the sky. And he saw in a vision of the night, and behold, an angel descended from the sky with 7 tablets in his hands. And he gave them to Jacob, which is Israel. And he read them and knew all that was written therein, which would happen to him and his sons throughout all the ages, throughout all time. And he showed him all that was written on the tablets, and said unto him, Do not build this place, and do not make it an eternal sanctuary, and do not dwell here, for this is not the place. Go to the house of Abraham your father, live with Isaac your father until the day of the death of your father. For in Egypt you shall die in peace, and in this land you shall be buried with honor, in the tomb of your fathers with Abraham and Isaac. Fear not, for as you have seen and read it, now it will be. And do you write down everything you have seen and read? And Jacob said, Lord, how can I remember all that I have read and seen? He said unto him, I will bring all things to your remembrance through the Ruach, the Holy Spirit. And he went up from him and awoke from his sleep, and remembered everything which he had read and seen. And he wrote down all the words which he had read and seen. And he celebrated there yet another day, the 8th day. And he sacrificed thereon according to all that he sacrificed on the former days, and called its name Addition. For this day was added, the 8th day, and the former days he called the Feast of Tabernacles. And this was manifest that it should be, and it is written on the heavenly tablets. Wherefore it was revealed, it was shown to him that he should celebrate it, the 8th day, and added it to the 7 days of the feast. And its name was called Addition, because that it was recorded amongst the days of the feast days, according to the number of the days of the year. And in the night, on the 23rd of this month, Deborah, Rebekah's nurse, died, and they buried her beneath the city under the oak of the river. And he called the name of this place the river of Deborah. So, you see in this record that it shows the Feast of Tabernacles was written in the heavenly tablets, and it's an addition, and it's the 8th day, the Feast of Sukkot, or dwelling in booths for the Feast of Tabernacles. All right. So it was added amongst the days, and we are to celebrate it, enjoy it, and know that we're going to dwell with Christ on the 8th day. All right. And we're going to, enjoy ourselves with the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. All right. So again, it says, and he celebrated there yet another day, and he sacrificed. Thereon according to all that he sacrificed on the former days, and he called its name Addition, for it should be. This day was added, and the former days he called the feast. And this it was manifested that it should be, and it is written on the heavenly tablets. All right. Wherefore it was revealed to him that he should celebrate it, and added it to the 7 days of the feast. And its name was called Addition, because that it was recorded amongst the days of the feast days, according to the number of the days of the year. And it's 364 days of the year, Hebrew year. All right. So, blessings, and I'll read Luke 12 if I can get to it. Luke 12. Again, Israel says, be prepared, all dressed and ready for the Most High's return, Christ's return, second coming, from the wedding feast. It says, then you'll be ready to open the door and let him in the moment he arrives and knocks. There will be great joy for those who are ready and waiting for his return, the 8th day. He himself will seek them and put on a waiter's uniform